Morning, guys. Dog training and Bullet, who we are getting ready to kind of do a little bit of muzzle work, entries into the muzzle, getting him more and more accustomed to it. So I've got my chair there. I'll sit down in the chair and start asking him to come into the muzzle. Let's see how he does. I'm mic'd up, so hopefully everything's working right, good in that case. So first thing we do, we got a Baskerville muzzle. These are great for the dogs that are pet quality, just basically to protect the dog, because if the dog ends up nipping somebody, most of the time it's not a real bite. When I consider a real bite is when they go in deep mouth, they go to the back of the molars and they crunch. And that's because that's what I condition the dog to do in the bite work. This dog has not been trained to bite properly, so he's not biting to the back of the mouth, and I haven't done much with him. Good boy, good. Bullet, good. Bullet. Yep, muzzle, muzzle. Good boy, good. There you go. Good. Make it real fun. Make it a game. We're still at the same stage we were. We're not going to grow him that fast. I need to get to a point where he learns to hold for longer. Bullet. Nope. Good. Come on. Good example. There's a bird shit there, and he's all into it. Nope. Good boy. Good. There you go. You good boy. Muzzle. Good boy. Muzzle. Good boy. Good. All right. Sit. Sit. Good. Stay. Good. You stay. Nope. Good. Remember, I just introduced him with this yesterday. You might have saw a little video on it. Good. All I'm trying to do now. Good. Good. Good boy. Muzzle. Good. Bullet. Good. Bullet. Yep. Good boy. Good. Notice how I'm tying in time level. How long's things take? And I'm talking him into that direction because I've already got patterns that I've worked on before. Downstay is one of them. Good. You ready? Ready? Are you ready? Ready? Good. Muzzle. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him, sit, stay. Good. No. Sit, stay. Good. Nope. Good. Good. This is about relationship. No. Good. 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 Good boy. Good. Good. Here are my marker words. Good. Good. Muzzle. Good. Muzzle. Good. Bullet. Good. Bullet. Yep, good boy. See that dog's name and then a nice little pause and then letting it go. We're going into routines and patterns. All right, with me. Good boy. All right, good boy, good. And then I'll slowly but surely start asking him to hold this longer and longer. Then we'll be walking. He'll be wanting to paw at it. I'll be giving him little light corrections, getting his mind redirected into flow. A lot of work to do with the muzzle yet, but it's for his protection more than it is the public, because I don't want to see him tag somebody, and even though it's not really a real bite, might draw a little bit of blood, they'll freak out. Next thing you know, they're wanting to sue you. It's bullshit. That's our society for you, because the lawyers have conditioned us that dog bites mean money. And so it's all about lawsuits, and here comes the sharks, meaning the lawyers. They're like a bunch of sharks in the water with blood in the water, right? And in LA, in metropolitan areas, you got lawyers that live for dog bite cases, right? And it's ridiculous, because even though the dog is big, most of the time it's not going to be a real bite. What is a real bite? Dog that comes in, goes to the back of the mouth and crunches and really takes you down, right? That's because normally, in a general sense, it's because the dog's been trained to bite properly. Yes. And there's other things that you would call it more of a mauling. You see some of these dog bites where the person's on the ground, the dog's mauling them, it's a pit bull. That's a bite, but it's more of a mauling than it is really a conditioned, trained dog to do a job, right? Good. With me. Nope, with me. Yes, good boy. All right, let's do this. Place. Good boy, good. There you go. You're in a good mood, huh? With me. Good. It's kind of where I've kept it. With me. Just teaching him to pivot over this way. Getting him used to it so he learns to stay at my side. Not going to be all the fancy stuff that we do in the sport rings. We could teach him that, but it's a lot of work, and like I said, it's a lifestyle. So I generally leave this stuff into a general lifestyle attitude with a little bit of increase. Nope, nope. Good. All right, let's go. Up, up, down. Good. That's my boy. Down. Good. 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 Bullet. Sit. Yes. Good. 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 There you go. Listen to the voice tone change. Good. I got a high squirrely and then a good. Notice how it floats. Okay, I'm communicating with my body and my voice tone. Okay. Body language and voice tone is very in-depth in a dog. And if you learn to use it, you can teach him a lot more and get him more adept at things because he's learning to communicate with you. And your communication with your dog, your team with your dogs, everything is paramount. I don't live in a show ring. I don't live in a AKC little square where they do what's called the broken wing. You know, you've got certain etiquette, right? When they get into Schutzen, as an example, I always look at it and I always poo-poo it and kind of down. But they've got to walk with a certain attitude. And when they get instruction, because they're being judged by a judge that expects something out of that culture, right? Every sport has its culture. You get the contact healing with French ring. There's a culture. There's a certain attitude that's paramount in when you're going after these certificates, right? But that doesn't mean, in my mind, that I can't create my own criteria. What is my criteria? The real world. The dog's got to work. So I have things like that conditioned heel where the dog's taught to break out of whatever he's into and hit my side on a dime. How he acts when you're walking in the park, what he's doing with his behaviors that denote that he's got the main criteria, which is always paying attention to me and being aware of what I need and want out of him. Not being so aware, that's his problem. Sniffing. He will go and float out with nothing flat. And if the owner doesn't get off the couch and learn to work him when he goes back home, it's going to be basically pissed away. These behaviors will go right back to normal. What makes me able to do this? Consistency, pattern, routine, every day doing the same things till I create behaviors that give me what I want and give me what I need to be able to get him to grow even more. No, you off. You understand me? Good. He gets too excited. And this dog, his excitement level, when he gets excited, he wants to see you and you're petting. That's a good subject to talk about. Nope. What you pet is what you get is a famous little saying in dog training circles a lot of times, one of many that we have. And how do I perceive that saying? Is that when I pet a dog, if I pet a dog and I give the dog, oh, my little baby, no. And I'm always petting him on the top of the head, okay? And I come in, what's that cause the dog to do? He shrinks away, he puts his ears down. So generally, I won't pet a dog on the top of the head like that. I'm petting him underneath the neck. You see me grabbing his jowls. This is a dominant attitude with a dominant dog. These are dominant dogs, just like your Mastiffs, your Cane Corsos. They're more of a dominant dog in how their whole nature. Like I said yesterday, where they're wanting to scratch on the ground, they're wanting to show that dominance down. Good. How you treat them is important. And what you pet, you'll get a lot of this as you start to grow into sports like Schutzen and things like that. You ever see the dog going into the blind? And they want the dog to have a rhythm and to be bouncing as he's barking at the decoy. And there's all kinds of ways of getting that. But one of those ways is to be very aware of that you create different things when you pet the dog in certain spots. See the ears go down? Nope. Okay, now he's not that submissive. No, he's not a Yorkie. He's not a small dog. But if I did that too much and I caught him, oh, you're okay, little babies, he's going to end up having a lot of that little in him, right? I can bring certain things out in his stature and his nature and how I pet him and how I treat him, right? But it comes from here, from my gut and feeling it. So back to that blind where the dog's got to have rhythm. They'll have the dog go in. The dog will start to bark at the blind because he's used to this pattern and routine. And the owner will step back away from the dog and then forward and kind of tap, back away and forward and tap, maybe even a couple, 2 or 3 times. They'll pat on the side of the dog's body here. Okay, so they're going in with that rhythm, but that creates something in that dog. It creates a machismo, right? Because of where they're petting the dog. Another one that's very common is for me to be scratching this dog's ass end and get him stimulated with this ass end scratch. His junk is right up underneath that. And so what you do is you stimulate up. Okay? He's getting horny, right? Now when you do that with a stout dog like this, you can create this dog to get horny, and the next thing you know, he'll climb you and he'll go from this to aggression. That's relationship dynamic, but it's the hard wiring of the dog because you don't know it. You don't sense it. You're not aware of it down. So I've been doing a lot of that because he loves his ass end scratched, but I want to become aware of that even more so and make sure that I don't let this dog go to that other emotional extreme where he's starting to get horny, he starts to get excited, and that flares into aggression. I can cause it by doing it the wrong way and getting too excited because I think it's cute. Okay? So being aware of it's very important. A dog, a stout dog like this, a dominant male, will get all horny, and pretty soon before you know it, he'll climb you and he'll chew you up. So, and it happens with females more than males to a certain degree. Females, hormonal. They may be on their cycle that month, whatever. These things cause different reactions in the animal. And you don't understand why a dog does that. Dog does that because he's a dog. He's not a human. Our society has this whole thing going with a purely positive crowd and all these people that want to foo-foo their dogs and turn the dog into a human. They're humanizing their animals. Your forever pet. All these words, all these connotations that basically stay treating a dog like he's a human and forgetting the fact that a dog is a dog. He's an animal. Just like if you were in the old days in the Westerns, you went out and you dealt with your horses and your cows and your dogs. These animals all had a function. And in the old days, if they didn't fulfill a function, if they didn't feed the family, they'd get rid of them. They'd be done, right? Your dog went after your sheep, killed your sheep. Even though it's your dog, you'd go out behind the barn and that'd be it. You can't have that behavior because that's feeding your family. You've got to survive. Right? Things have changed nowadays. We don't rely on the farm. We're not as in tune with our animals. I always like to tell my customers, if I can get a customer to learn, 1 in 10, to learn what I call the gut feeling of dog training and be in tune with their animal, that I'm happy. 1 in 10. And that's pretty much it. I mean, most people have been stunted by our society with electronics and our lifestyles and things like that have taken us away from the farm to a point where we've lost this ability to communicate with our animals. But I really truly believe that everybody has it within them. It has to be fostered and they have to want to try to acquire that. Think of it like a safe cracker. What happens in the movies? Always files his fingers, makes them real ginger so that the fingers, and then when he touches that bar, he can feel every little click because he's rubbed his fingers with sandpaper and made them a little bit more tender and a little bit more ability to hear. And then his ears and everything are getting in tune with that lock as he's clicking. That's the same thing that I'm talking about. Maybe that's a physical thing, but still, that instinct to be in tune with that animal has been lost and stunted over time with our society. And so it's important that people are aware of that and realize that you have that within you. I can help you bring it out, but that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to feel the animal. Feel it here intuitively. In other words, intellectually, in the front of my brain, I think a certain way, and I'm always intellect and math is 2 and 2. That's a different structure. But when you go into playing an instrument, as an example, you'll go in to play an instrument, and you'll be playing it, and then your teacher will get to a point where you're getting enough skills in changing chords, doing what you're doing to make music. But now you have to get it to feel vibrato. Right? That feeling comes from practice and getting your emotional states of mind into a different place where you can feel it. A best way to explain that is I used to have an ex-girlfriend that had a whole family of kids who were all doing musical instruments. This is when I was a kid. And their families, and you would hear her mom coaching the kids as she's sitting there next to vibrato, vibrato, feeling. Feeling is vibrato. That's what that means, right? So when I'm working with this, there's a physical aspects of doing things, but you get to a point with how you do your patterns. What you do is feeling. That's what can create the animal. And your relationship and direct relationship to that between me and him is critical and my ability to succeed with this, right? Good boy, good. Bullet, good. Good, Bullet. Yep, good boy, good. Here you go. All right, here. Good. Here you go, here. Good. Yes, good boy. Good one. Nope. Here. Come on. Hey, no. No. Here. Good. That's my. Nope. Here. No. Here. Nope. Come on. No. Good. Now, here's a critical part because you see him pawing, getting excited. With this dominant breed and his nature, I could end up having him going into aggression. I've got to keep him balanced with how I treat him. Yes. Because most of this is all happening on a different plane. Instinct. Good. Bullet. Good. Nope. You look. Good. Good. You look good. Bullet. Good. Good. Bullet. With me. Good boy. Good. There you go. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Good. Good. All right, Bullet. With me. I guess I'll stop yakking, but how you pet is what you get. Down. Good. You stay. Good. One more of this, and we'll end it on this because we're going to come back to this. I need a 5. This is a 4. The 5 will be a little bit bigger, and I'll be able to strap it on his ears. I can't get this on his ears and get it to stay. It's just too small. We need a 5. Bullet. Yep. Muzzle. Good boy, muzzle. Good boy, muzzle. Good boy. So where you pet and what you do with this in petting can create emotional places in the dog's mind that can end up being detrimental or positive or negative, right? If I pet too much, get too excited. Yeah, Bubba's. Good boy, good. Yeah, tell Bubba's. Good boy, good. A lot of times when I'm doing things, I'm doing it on purpose, so I'm kind of setting him up a little bit so I can nip it, because he needs to learn to keep these emotional states of mind in check, even though I stimulate him, right? The opposite of that would be to avoid it altogether and never even see that, never broach it, and you're not getting anything out of it, right? Good. Bullet. Down. Good. Sit. Good. Good boy. With me. Good boy. Good. With me. Come on. Good boy. Good. That's my boy. That's good. Good boy. Nope. Come on. There you go. Nope. Good boy. Good. Good. Imagination and creativity. A little bit of work with just some things I got laying around. Nope. Up. Down. Good. You stay. Good boy. That's good. He's doing good all in all. Now the big challenge. Going back to the owner and getting them to work the animal and get off the couch. And this is a subcontract. So my buddy that's got the client said to me that the client might want to leave him for longer. Can I do a lot more with the dog if he stays for longer? Sure. But here's the point, with me anyway. I haven't seen what this owner's attitude is. Is he going to get off the couch? Is his lifestyle going to be where he puts energy into his dog and he gets that? Because that's the next stage. The owner and the dog learning to work together. So I told him I don't want to keep the dog longer. I want him to go back home so I can start working with the owner, because I want to find out where that owner's head's at. He wants to go to protection. He wants a bite dog. But I don't do bite dogs unless the owners give me what I need, which is the dog needs to be in control. I need to see that teamwork between the two of them, and knowing that they're going to put in the hard work to qualify to have a protection dog. I don't just, as a kid, I used to. As a kid, I'd go out all the time and I would work fence lines and I'd do all this stuff, personal protection. Back then, back in the 70s and 80s, it was totally different. People would get off the couch more. Liability wasn't as high because the insurance companies hadn't keyed in on things. Now they've keyed in on things where they've got it all set up where it's all the dog owner's responsibility and all their fight. No matter what happens, if the dog bites somebody, you're going to end up having to go to court and be liable, and you're going to have a hard time. Good. So control, stability, having the dog's head in the right place where he's a dog I can take out with me any place, and the dog is friendly and fine, almost like a service dog. Where did that come from? My first boss was a seeing eye dog trainer, very good, and he taught me a lot of little tricks about how they use environment, right? And that's why even today I have so much of my program is people, places, things. Getting the dog out in public, saturating. Good boy, good. Bullet, good. Look at my body language. Good, bullet. Yep, you go. Ah, that's good, that's good. All right, you sit. Good, you sit. Good, nope, stay. No, sit. Good, nope, good. There you go, good boy, good, there you go. Good boy, nope. Good boy, good, you stay. Good boy, that's good, that's good. There you go, good boy, good. There you go. Flow is real important, right? I'm going to see if I can strap this damn thing. I might be able to, but it's too tight. I want a bigger one. This is a 4. We need a 5. Nope. Hey, no. You get up here. Sit. Good. Good. Bullet. Yep. Good boy. Good. Notice how he wants to go to fight and struggle. Don't let him and then end it on your terms. Instead of letting him get into that, no. And learn negative behavior by getting away with it, right? Good. That's my boy. Good. That's our good boy. Good. He mouths too much. He mouths too much. No. You understand me? Good. He's on a pinch. Now, I'll get into that subject at some time too, but the tools that you use and understanding them, no, is real important. Good. Good. He's too mouthy. That should have been handled when he was a puppy. They didn't know what they were doing, and the dog's excitement would override it. Nope. Good. Bullet. With me. Good boy. Oh, good boy. Come on. Hut. Hut. Good. There you go. I'm going to smooth that out and see if I can get a flip finish out of him. You could do the other one. Usually in a general sense, they have two different finishes. What is a finish? When the dog comes and sits in front of you, is looking up at you. You have one that the dog will go around the body and back over to the left side. That's called the military finish. It's done in Schutzen a lot, but they also have the flip finish that because of the Malinois and Dutchies and things that are so twitchy with their behaviors that they like that flip finish because it looks really good. But you don't get any more points for it than doing the other one around your body. So when you've got a dog that's real long and lanky like this, a lot of times it's better just to let them go around your body and come back, especially if their whole demeanor and their body language and everything else is kind of doop-de-doop-de-doop, okay? You're not going to lose any more points. Good. All right. Yes, go. Come on. Nope. Yeah. Come on. Nope. Good. Come on. Come on. You got to step. Yes. Good boy. You got to step. Yes. Good boy. We're always going the other way, right? So I got to balance it. Good. Huh? Yes. Good boy. Good. With me. With me. There you go. Good. With me. Quarter turn. Stepping. And then asking him to come right to my side. Kind of the progression that you're doing once you get the dog spinning on the bolts. That's how we get the fancy flips when you're walking, right? All of a sudden you walk, you turn, the dog kind of flips right to your side, looks real good, right? With me. Yes. With me. Yes. So now I'm going to take the food with me. Yes. Away from his nose and not use it as a lure as much. Nope. Wait for the behavior. Nope. Yes. Good. That's my boy. That's good. All right. I think we're pretty much done. So what you pet is what you get is a famous saying. And that should be in tune with not just petting, but your voice tone, how you do it, all these things. Because I can create him getting stupid. I say, oh, good boy, good. Good. That's my boy. Good. That's good. Good boy. Good. Good boy. Good. With how I treat him, good. Oh, down. He's mouthy as heck. You are mouthy. And and if I come at this too heavy, that's when the flare of aggression could happen. No. You be easy. You be easy. Good. You be easy. Good. Notice how I leave it there. I don't want to bring it away and go no, because that's prey. He wants to chase. I leave it right in his face. Nope. Good. That's our boy. And again, at this point, we have enough of a communication baseboard that I can use my voice tone, my attitude, all of it to convey to him what I want or don't want, right? Good. Good. That's my boy. Good. That's my boy. Yep. Good boy. Good. Here you go. And he has a tendency to want to climb your body. Most people think it's just a dog jumping on you. In this case, that jumping is kind of a dominance, an emotional state of mind that he's in when he's on you that could flare into aggression. You're talking a dominant breed. You have to understand them. You have to understand what you're getting into, because this takes a lot more finesse, a lot more ability in communicating with the dog, because his hard wiring is so instinctive. He's a hunting dog, and the hard wiring causes him to be in a different place. Down. Good. It's a whole nother area to be able to understand how to work a stout, dominant dog, right? And he's all that and then some. Sit. Good. Down. We don't want to exasperate it, get it to manifest more. When I do, when I play with it, I'm there to kind of nip him in the bud and show him that behavior is not what I want, right? Now, keep in mind, this is 30 days. He has not done. He's going on Monday. He's done with his 30-day program, and now I need to pull the customer in and get them to work the animal and do things properly and put the energy in to learning and growing with their animal. So much of that's going to be dictated by their lifestyle and their perspective down of what they think training is. Most people think that training is conditioning the dog. You send them off to boot camp, in kennel, in board, whatever you want to call it, and that the dog is going to come back and he's going to be a robot. Has he been trained? Sure he has been. Sit. But you need to keep these behaviors up, and your build of your relationship with that dog in context of what I'm giving you and what I'm doing to give you is paramount. Down. Behaviors slide. If you don't use them, If you don't work the animal, those behaviors are going to slide and go right back to the same old dog. His inner core is always going to be there. And you need to stay on it, and it never ends. A lot of people ask me, how long did it take you to train that dog? And I've got dogs like Joker and Buddy that I've been working since they've been babies. And I'll always have the same answer. You never stop. You never stop working your dog. Because when you do, you go into your lifestyle and you don't get this behaviors out of the animals. You don't demand that he acts a certain way and does a certain thing. The dog is going to backslide. And he's going to go back to his hardwiring. He's going to go back to who he is or she is as an individual. And that's all dogs. Doesn't matter. Stout dogs are... And you need to stay on top of it. So you need to learn and grow. It's a never-ending thing. It's a lifelong process. He's not a robot. Sit. Sure, it makes it, I make it look easy. I can get all these behaviors out of the dog, and people's jaw drops when I go out and work the dogs out in public. They're amazed by it. But it takes work. Good. Sit. Good. That was good. What I just did was a hand signal with no voice. Watch this. Good. Good. Bullet. Good. Okay? Why is that easy? Because the dog watches body language and voice tone much more than he knows the verbal. Sit. He not know. Yeah, with me. Good. There you go. Good boy. That's good. Good boy. Bullet. No. Good. That's my boy. That's going to lead to my downs on the walks. A little bit of movement from me, but I'm still asking him to stay there, right? I'll use tables. I'll use all kinds of things where I can get that dog to drop on a dime as I'm moving forward. We call it a down on the walk. Good. All right, you stay. All right, Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training. Yakking at the string is always about dogs. Good boy. Talk to you later.